All right, all right. This is Meta Marvin, and got my guy here to put the brand on tonight. Thinkers, man. It's funny, guys. I got a cool crew around me, man. That we all really the same. You know what I'm saying? In a lot of different ways. We really out there, always trying to create and do things. And I love, being able to promote my people, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't about me. It wouldn't be me. It wasn't for them. It wouldn't be me. And so I try to put that same energy in the people that's around me. We that's what it's supposed to be about, guys. Creativity over competition. I don't even know what competition came from, because we're all authentic people. We all individualized people, and we come from imagination. So that was yesterday. Y'all missed that. You need to check Meta Marvin. I got busy yesterday. I went in yesterday. So and it was really interesting because it's gonna go into some financial stuff, but you got to go with me with this. You understand? You got to be open to it. A lot of people probably is a little bit open to some of this information I'm gonna talk about tonight. It's definitely talking about building legacies, and definitely always about, guys. I'm not worried because I try not to bring that word in my consciousness. But what I'm concerned about is people understanding what COVID stood for. It stood for change. Now, I understand the health component. I understand the risky component. I understand what people made it do what it needed to do, or people got and made brands and went and did but what I'm trying to get you to say, guys, change begets change. So since things are changing, and since everybody wakes up, and 95% of the people out here, guys, when you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing? Well, I'm not saying the people that goes in and definitely gets right with their, meditate and do those things, because I do that too. But 9 times out of 10, 1 out of 30 minutes, you're probably thinking either I gotta make some money, get to my job, an investment. What's my next client? It's something in that area. Now I'm it's somewhere in that area. As far as a monetary value or whatever you bringing to the market, right? You got to show up at work on time or whatever. That's in your awareness somewhere. In the first 30 minutes you wake up, you wouldn't be waking up if it wasn't, unless you don't have to work or don't have a business, you don't have to do anything. For those people, kudos, great. But most of us, we got to wake up and we got to think reality check. We got to do something. We got to move our feet. We got to take care of our kids. We got to take care of home or whatever. Okay. So what I'm talking about tonight, guys, this is how I'm looking at it as far as building legacies. Because one, we got to start as a people to start understanding that this world is evolving. It's changing. And what's happening to people that's not understanding change is they're getting caught up in the change. They're getting ate up by change. They're getting demolished by change. They're going broke with change. They are getting eliminated by change. You see what I'm saying? So it's like a monster within a monster, So you need to become that monster so you don't get ate up. If anything, you need to start eating up the ideas and start understanding of it's not a bad thing. You just need to be a little bit more creative for what you're doing, right? So we're going to jump into this. Guys, this is funding CEO, Meta Marvin, a.k.a. Marvin Wilson, with funding-credit.com. Go check us out. Hit us up on the page, guys. I'm always informing, putting some good information out there. Funding-credit, guys. We're changing of how we're bringing information to the market. It's not just somebody, oh, he do credit. No, but I understand that. That's always going to be there. But I'm trying to push the paradigm of what's going to be happening in the next 5 to 10 years. So I'm giving you the mentality of how you can be able to maximize your opportunity when it comes either with credit, business, and the way you associate yourself on an everyday basis, running your life as a business and knowing what the future entails. Okay. So what I want to get you guys to start understanding is I got a few options. I got a few companies that I want to bring up, and I want you guys to go with me on this. Okay. So just like for me, okay, everybody's used Uber. Everybody's used Airbnbs. Everybody's used WhatsApp and all this other different type of stuff that's coming up. And guys, feel free to comment and get back with me. Let me know what you're thinking, because, I go there. I love to hear your feedback because sometimes I feel like I'm the only one thinking like that, which I know I'm not, but y'all don't comment. So I don't know. But either way, I'm going to still keep doing what I do because I love what I'm doing. So, but, talk to me. Anyway, so with these companies, guys, when it comes to banking, now I have my proprietary underwriter's license. Basically what it is I have a license that I can pretty much talk to banks and be able to get into the, some type of P2P type lending perspectives and some ownership when it comes to be able to make my money and be able to do, power of attorney for people and, sort of do more of an underwriting criteria when it comes to the people that comes to my offices, right? So basically what it is being able to know how to read credit and know how to understand funding, right? But the mindset when it goes to this, guys, is it's like this. Banks are scared right now. Let me tell you why. Because people are making banking decisions in Airbnbs. They will be. They already doing it. Let me tell you why. When you come to somewhere, or when you use an Uber, or when you use all these different type of apps and stuff like that, that's where everybody is, guys. So we don't really have to go into a bank or to a facility or a brick and mortar building. Don't you understand and see how, PayPal back in the day was just a transactional process of being able to process payments. Now they're giving out loans, right? You see what I'm saying? So with Airbnbs, I'm starting to see these new, Airbnb. Oh, I'm going to stay in this Airbnb for 2 weeks. But this new house that has the new age technology is showing you how you can go and send flowers from this place to that place to your brother that lives in that city. But guess what? The owner of that Airbnb is making money because he has that setup in that house that you can do that. Now, there's overrides and transactions that's going on all over the place, guys. Facebook has it. They have regulation codes, banking codes. I think it's like 50,000 of them on Facebook. I mean, people are moving money in so many vast different ways. You're not understanding this stuff, guys. That's why you're seeing a lot of these people are really making a whole lot of investments with this new digital technology. Okay, especially in digital financial banking technology. Okay, so Marvin, what does this equate to what you're talking about today? What does this got to do with building legacy? Well, if you're going to build legacies, you got to be thinking about your kids, right? You got to be thinking about what does it take or what does it really mean before you write that check, $20,000, $15,000, you paying all that intuition to go to school to learn something about that's not going to have anything to do with the next 10, 15, 20 years. I'm trying to get you guys to wake up and understand and know where you're going to put your money up and you done spent all your life to give your family and your kids the best future. You need to be thinking about one place and one demise. It's plenty more, but I'm going to pick on one company and I'm going to go over to the left and I'm going to get back into it. Look at financial technology. It's called FinTech. Google it, look it up. Okay, y'all, I'll send invoices later. Okay, Marvin, you shouldn't be telling. No, I'm lighting people up because you know what? The universe will bless me because if you don't do the homework, that's on you. FinTech, okay, financial technology. All right, look it up. They're taking over everything. Okay. There's ideas now that guys, they're going to be computerized cars that know you've been driving safely for 3 to 4 years, and they're going to report to your insurance company to let them know you need to get a cheaper insurance rate. Okay, those are different guys. There's so many millions of things of technology and vast communications that's going on when it comes to banking. Nobody needs to bank anymore, right? You just need to put yourself to make yourself some kind of legacy with your kids to understand that you are the bank. When I mean that you are the bank, guys, if you invest in a commodity or a place that people make deposits or you're a depository, you're the bank. That's all the bank does. You make deposits, they make money off your deposits. So wake up, think, be brave, do your research, and understand Fintech is taking over. It's the new way of thinking. It's the way we processing things. I mean, you can go to a company right now. Let me look on here. Let me look at one of these companies. Let me see. Even WhatsApp, all these different Apple Pay. Everybody is getting into banking because they know that's where you are, right? Why would iPhone get into banking? Well, everybody that does all this business on the iPhones, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't Apple make a penny or make 10 cents off of every transaction that you do from They're making money. Didn't you see what they just went over 2 trillion? Well, how do you think that they did that? You see what I'm saying? So get away from driving up the road. Oh, there's Wachovia. And I know everybody's used to doing online banking, but that ain't even the top of it, guys. You got to put yourself into understanding that not only you're running a business to make profits from whatever you do, but you need to have a financial decision-making component to your business. Period. Done. You ain't got to know nothing about banking. You just need to be the catalyst to understand when it comes a decision. If you got 20,000 people coming through your facility or through your premise or through your website, you need to be understanding that you could be making money because that's your downline. That's you monetizing your downline and your client. Those are your clients. They're coming to you. They trust you. Monetize it. Again, building legacies. How do we look at that? In the next 10 to 15 years, what are you really working for? Are you working for your kids and so you can go to a cookout and say, oh, my kid is going to Carolina. Carolina for what? For what? I love Carolina. I love the Tar Heels. Actually, that's my favorite team. But at the end of the day, let's get to really where the rubber hits the road, guys. Let's start making our decisions on really what's the catalyst. They said that 20% of most people in major cities, guys, are unbanked, meaning that they don't do no banking with nobody, right? That's a lot of people. They said over 700 million people right now are unbanked, meaning they don't even use a bank. So how, and you already know it's always about the hunt when it comes to banking, how can they get to these people that's not using banks? Well, they got debit cards, right? Okay, well, debit cards, they in the Uber. Well, Uber's going to start having a way that you can get loans. They're going to be able to way that you can maybe get this or get that because that's the way it is. I'll tell you something interesting that I read up. Like, guys, I do a lot of research too. Big ups to my man, Ben. We got on that and he made me start thinking a little bit early. Okay, look. There were 3 cities when Uber blew up so fast, right? They didn't have enough drivers to even have the capacity to even catch up with what they put out. Their idea was so far ahead of anybody that ever even came up with any type of sense of you're having a car and you're using your car with their technology to come pick up people, and then they make money. And then he made money driving the car. Okay. But think about it. The application process. When people were trying to get hired and going through the application with Uber, they understood and realized that 30% of the applications that people were signing up for Uber, people were stopping and saying, no, I can't do this. They filtered and they saw the component of, well, why did they get to this part of the application and they stop? Because they took 80% of those Arabs and all these yellow cab drivers, old age dinosaur drivers, right? So when they filling out the applications, guess what these yellow cab and Arab and all these other little chain smoking, driving, old age technology drivers, you know, these old school drivers, guess what they didn't have? They didn't have a bank account. So guess what Uber did? They became the bank. They started making bank accounts. They start making overrides on people getting back. So, okay, guys, let's start looking at really where the rubber hits the road. Okay, Amazon's offering student loan consolidation, paying off student loans, guys. These giant corporations out here is not playing with you guys. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all look at it that way. They looking at it this way. Because I'm gonna tell you something, guys. Companies out here that's making trillions of dollars, they already know they the bank. If they got this many people doing this much transactions and dealing with them, oh yeah, they gonna get you from front, back, left, right, because it's what you're using. Do you know how many companies use and depend on Amazon on an everyday basis? They know how much money you're spending with them, just like the bank knows how much money you got in the bank with them. So why wouldn't they offer you a line of credit? Why wouldn't they offer you some banking? So what I'm trying to get you guys to understand is the peer-to-peer banking and all this stuff is traditional banking is about to go away. Okay, it's going away. They're saying in the next 5 to 6 years, 30% of all banking jobs, all this mid-management jobs in the banks and all that. You know why? Because fintech is letting people know with this new digital technology that they don't even need the bank anymore. And guess what? They can give you better rates. You know why? Because their overhead, they overhead is, they don't have to worry about the overhead. So that means they can give you better interest rates. You see what I'm saying? So guys, get in the game. And when I mean the game, I'm talking about in where we're going in life. And so that's why I'm trying to get you guys to understand it, guys, that this new way of thinking and building your legacy and making sure that your kids are really going in the direction of how they can be able to write their own check instead of going to school and going in debt for $120,000, $30,000, that they can go out and get a startup for $600 or $700, and they can have 800 credit score, and they can go and get $100 grand at 18, 19, 20 years old. You see what I'm saying? They already good at what they're doing. So when they get in a company and they already good at what they're doing, guys, they're not really in debt. They're really in business. So what are you going teaching chemistry and don't get now, I'm not picking on the guys that needs that and our doctors, lawyers, but at the end of the day, guys, we all know where this world is going, and we all know where the banking and everything is going with this whole PPP loan, SBA loans, and all this other stuff. Hey, man, if you didn't have a 700 credit score, you didn't have a personal relationship with the banks, forget about it, right? You see what I'm saying? You see how the PPP did a lot of people, right? You see what I'm saying? And they couldn't even, the processing that they had in their banking software was so old age that when they cranked it up, most of these bank software was getting shut down. They couldn't even handle it, guys. You know why? Because it's a new age that's coming. So what I'm trying to get you guys, see, y'all thought Marvin was going to get on here and talk about credit all night tonight. No. Not Meta. I'm talking to you about, credit is essential, and best believe you better have it, because guess what? To get out here and touch this many people and to be an advantage and be a catalyst in this new era of how transactions are happening and how you can make your own house a bank or how you can make your business a bank, you're going to have the criteria and the credit to be that, though. They're not just going to, you just can't get in the business and do this. You're going to need to know what you need to know so you can be able to have the right specifications and the right criteria and the right credibility to be able to be a catalyst in those things. You see what I'm saying? So you just can't get into business now. You got to have to get into business and teach your kids about what the business is going to be in the next 10 years, how they can pretty much be problem solvers. Not go into business just because, oh, he likes such and such. Yeah, he likes it, but how can he solve a problem in that industry? People like video games. Million people like video games. But how can you make it better? How can you, whatever you feel that could be a better perspective on games, then make it better. But you're going to need capital for that. You're going to need credit for that. You're going to need the right people around you to think that way. So that's why when it comes to funding credit, I'm going more into getting to people that's in the more digital age. I'm getting to the people that really wants to look at the software. I'm looking at being able to have funding credit all over the country, because the thing is, what I'm trying to get you is, it's about systems and it's about data, guys. And if you ain't in that era, you better understand and know that every time that you get on an app, every time that you get on Facebook, every time you get on everything that you get on, you best believe they know it. How do you think they got the analytics? You part of that, right? So if you're not in that on the other side, then you're about to be dinosaurs. You understand what I'm saying? Things are changing, guys, and they're changing like this quickly. You're sitting here getting, hey, oh, who's got the new song? Okay, all right, and again, I'm not the guy to sit up here and try to tell you to go out here and just, but when you start having the decision making about what you're going to do with your life and what your kids are going to do with your life, start looking at some of these names that I'm bringing up. Wu. Look at the company, the most biggest tenacious company that's in the world right now in China. The first company that even came out with that facial recognition stuff. Okay? Because I'm gonna tell you something, guys. Our doctors, lawyers love you guys. But if you're not talking, if your kids are really into technology and they don't know anything about quantum computers, if they don't know anything about being identity brokers, you see what I'm saying? So I deal with credit, right? Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, right? Do you know how much data they have of you guys? Huh? Do you really realize how much data they have? Remember, Equifax got hacked. Supposedly, they done moved 2 or 3 times in Atlanta, done moved building them with the, they like they on the run, right? But the thing is, let me check this out though. The interesting part about it is, but imagine if you had an identity broker company that you could help solve problems like that people come and you could identify people with facial recognition and things like that, guys. Do you know how much companies pay for that? It's not about background checks anymore, guys. It's about data, right? So when it comes to this new digital age and people cryptocurrency, and I got all these guys out here, I got guys out here trading and doing all this stuff, man, blow it out the water. But at the end of the day, guys, there are more options out here than that. That stuff is still old. That's old. You see what I'm saying? Because really, entrepreneurs are really problem solvers, guys. It's not about making money. It's problem solving. So if you're not solving people problems, you ain't gonna make no money, because everybody making money. Everybody trying to make an extra buck or make an extra dime. But the person that's going to be the catalyst in the next era is the person that's going to come up with the solving the problem. That's the way it goes, guys. Right? The more creativity and the more things getting created, there's more things that's going to break, and it's going to be more malfunctions. So that means, guess what? It's got to be people that is going to solve the problem. Right? So, get this, guys. When we talk about moving to this next era, the new ecosystem, right? The Future for Our Kids programs, corporate fintech programs. That's the things that we need to be getting our kids into. Forget going to North Carolina State and all that other stuff. You better get your guys specialized and get your kids specialized into stuff that's really going to be taking over this whole world and then the way this economy is moving, guys. Because I don't think y'all guys are understanding really where this thing is going, right? You see what I'm saying? Companies are becoming banks. Literally, they don't need the bank anymore, right? How you guys move cash out? How do you guys move money around, right? Right? People give you money every day. Maybe they give it to you, lend it to you, send it to you, whatever the case may be. But if you're that guy, you're that guy. But you got to understand, but look what Cash App is doing. They ain't the bank. They're just moving money. So guys, listen, when you talk about being a company, when you're talking about moving your kids into being startup companies by the age they're 18 and understanding business, understanding corporate finance, understand corporate America, understanding just the new world of finance, period, you're going to have to get on this global system of where this stuff is going, guys. This stuff ain't going to slow down. It's going to get faster. And the only way it's going to get faster is going to be because it's going to get digitized. It's going to be about data. It's going to be about algorithms. It's going to be about all these different things that's going on that you have no clue about. Then that's the way you're going to be judged. That's the way they're going to credit you. That's the way they're going to be award you with loans, lines of credit, whatever you're doing. So you need to get on that, guys. But guess what? Funding credit is there. I'm going to spend, and I'm spending a lot of money to get myself educated, and I'm already ahead of the game. So guys, you got kids and you got people that wants to move to this next paradigm of business and get yourself educated now and get your kids ready for this new era. Hit us up, guys. We can definitely tell you about how to build these businesses, get that credit scores up, get you a good 800 credit score. And guys, 800 credit score, that's just like almost having $150,000 in the bank. You see what I'm saying? We don't even need to talk about money. You got an 800 credit score, we can go anywhere you want to go. I promise you. Okay? All right? You see what I'm saying? And then you want to take that money and you want to build your credit here in the United States. You want to go over here and get a dual citizenship and live good in another country. Look at some of these countries and do your research on how you could live on 150, 200 grand. You see what I'm saying? So you need to start learning about survival and learning how to build your family from inside out and be out here losing contact and not really communicating with each other on the way of understanding this financial system on what it is. Don't be trying to point fingers and talk junk about it. Understand it, guys. Quit trying to demise Donald Trump, and whatever he's going to do is whatever he's going to do. But at the end of the day, you need to understand he understands what this country, what it took to be the president. I'm going to say that again. He knew what it took to be president. There's no way that you can be president and you've been running casinos all over the country and you didn't have the CIA has a piece of the financial industry. You see what I'm saying? So you cannot be in a commodity of that way and not know what's going on with the United States, how it's ran, and how this thing and how it moves, guys. Y'all get too personable and get too emotional, connected like somebody done smacked your mom or something. Man, watch TV for what TV is. Y'all be, you on stuff that ain't got nothing to do with you. You need to be figuring it out. You see what I'm saying? You know, man, oh man, wow. Man, look at that dude. Wow. You ain't saying that you're a crook. I'm not trying to say you got to be idolizing this person. You see what I'm saying? But you need to be understanding that this United States has been the United States. It's going to be the United States. You can love this country. You can hate this country. This is where yet you need to figure something out for you and your family to be able to get ahead and be able, you guys can live a good, tasteful, productive, abundant life. And if you don't understand where this digital world going with this transactions and with this currency and where we're going to be ending up in the next 10 to 20 years, so you could be you could catapult your life into a new level of thinking. How you can look at yourself and put yourself in a way that you can be making $40,000, $50,000 every day, every month if you wanted to. But you got to do you got to dig in, or you got to come in and you got to start to talking to people that know where this economy is going, guys. I don't be sitting up here trying to make myself look important. I'll put my money up too. I ain't trying to impress y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all and press upon y'all that you need to press upon your own mind what you need to be doing about where this future is and where this world is going. So guys, when I said building legacy, guys, listen, let me tell y'all something. When they tell y'all that about 30 or 40% of the banking jobs and things are about to go away, what is that telling you? Things is changing, guys. Oh, I'm gonna go in the bank and I'm gonna open up me a business account. Okay, you're gonna open up a business account. Now what? If you can't go in the business, if you can't go in a bank right now and open up a bank account, and you can't move money into a bank, and you can't move an assets to the bank, or you can't move a certain luxury of saying, I got an 800 credit score, I got 3 houses that's pretty much free and clear, and I have an insurance a policy that has a value, this and this and that. Man, you might as well just go in the bank with a beer and sit down. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing but waiting for the cops to come pick you up. You're not doing anything, guys. That's old news. For you to be dominant in this new world when it comes to finance, you got to bring something to the table. Don't y'all see these meetings changing these entrepreneurs out here? Don't y'all see things? It's not even first back in the day, man. You could sort of say, "Oh man, you know, I do this and I do this." Oh, that's great. Oh yeah, man. But so what were we talking about with this this new information you're talking about? Ain't nobody listen. You have to get into the ball game and understanding really what it takes, guys. Listen, things that's getting challenged right now is hotels, car lots, everything that you felt that's going to always be here and it's always you got to go in. I mean, guys, you see how the way you can buy cars from the house right now and have it delivered to your driveway if you got good credit. But try to do that and you ain't got no credit, right? You see what I'm saying? And you guess what that comes from? They understanding how many people are buying from their homes. They're understanding what you're doing. You got to give them information of how much you make. They're going to give up the credit score. They're getting exactly where you stay at because you're bringing it to your house. So they're getting exact data about who you are, how you move, what you like, when is going to be your next ticket. They sending tickets to your house now. You see what I'm saying? So guys, wake up and understand when it comes to banking and building legacies. And I'm just giving this information to just trigger your mindset. And then you could have this stuff to be in front of your kids so you can be talking to them like that, guys. Okay? You know, these different programs, I mean, you're going to see Duke Power. You're going to see these utility places. They're going to be sending out loans. Oh, you pay us this much, we give you this much money. They're going to be giving you cash back. They're going to be doing credit cards. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have their own credit cards sooner or later. Watch what I tell you. Watch all your utility bills have their own credit cards. Watch. You see what I'm saying? Because everybody is getting into this new age, guys. You see what I'm saying? They know understanding what it means to be the bank, not just be Duke Power or not just be another business sitting on the corner. Because guess what? If you can get people coming into the bank, or you can get people, take that back. If you got people that's coming into your place of business, and you can get them to understanding that they can take care of them going over to across the street to Wells Fargo, and they can do this and they can pay for this right there inside of your business, man, you got something, right? You see what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to get you to see, guys, is that there's going to be a lot of changes that's going on the way the world that what you knew is not going to be like that no more. So I'm going to bring this back about building legacies. Yes, I can talk to you about trust. I can tell you about putting your money in your assets and all your commodities and different things into trust, and can show to you about a lot of different other things, guys. But right now, you got to get ready for this new age of banking, right? The banking that you know is gone. It's fly guy. It's no good. It's dead. It's gone, right? You know how many times I go into the bank right now and they know what I do? Man, I've had like 6 or 7 bankers, man, call me up like, yo, Marv, like, man, you know, I'd like to talk to you, man. You know, what's going on? Oh, man, you know, it's just, you know, I'm sort of scared. Yeah, they feeling the heat, man. The things are changing. They don't need you no more. They letting the traditional banks do all the back end stuff. They collecting the data because all the people going over there, right? They going to the companies. They going over there. They letting them handle the regulatory and all that other stuff. They're letting the bank handle all the boring stuff. Uber, Amazon, and all them about to be your new banks. Those the ones that know where you're putting your credit cards on and what you're putting your business credit cards on and how the stuff getting to your house and how you doing. Is it flying? Is it coming by Uber? Is it doing this? Is it doing that? So Let's get our kids and start understanding the morale of what this new business is coming up to, guys. This is where this new stuff is changing. But let's believe, guys, when it comes to this real estate stuff, good stuff. But guys, everybody's not going there. Your kids might be, that might not, do the switch for them. Open up their minds on what other areas of finance or different things of how this world is moving, guys. So this thing can change, and you get caught up, in the past, literally in the past. Okay, seriously. If you have a job right now and whatever what you're doing, look at whatever you're doing. Google it. I guarantee you, if you Google whatever you're doing in the next 10 years, see how that looks, and then come back and call Funding Credit. Hit 980-892-1823, because you best believe Funding Credit is talking to the banks. It's definitely open. Definitely the ones that you don't need you can open up a business account from the house. Definitely the ones that make sure they can expedite and get credit cards to the house as soon as possible. Definitely the ones that we're talking to the people that's open at the top. Okay, private bankers, different people that way, people that's bringing you the information saying, guys, you ain't got to go over here. We got the same thing over here. Matter of fact, you show us what you're bringing to the table. You can maybe become one of us. Okay, so there's all different type of ways, guys, y'all can move this stuff. These people out here doing all this suits and all that. I understand that. I got you, guys. I mean, it is what it is. I came, not the trap of it, but I did it too. That's great. But take that to the next level, guys. You see how it came and then it started going away? But guys, this digital world, man, y'all better start doing your research on all these other countries, man. They're really taking it to the whole next level. And so what I want to look at, guys, is it's not about, it used to be about the charter of a bank that would make you trust it. A bank has to have a charter. Now, guys, it's about the technology of the bank, right? You see what I'm saying? If I can be a member of this bank from home, and I can call and become a member, and I can open up a business account, I can apply for a car, I can open up a line of credit from this bank from home. That's what people are trying to do. It's not about, oh man, this bank opened up and I know that bank's legit because it's a new trust charter bank and this is people. Nah, man, nah. Like I said, Facebook, all these other guys, I commend them because they move into the next era, guys. Look at it. Get your credit scores up. Get you guys out there. And guys, I'm going to give you some credit tips now. This is Funding Credit. Believe me, I opened up this credit business back in 2015, and my sense of approval was I'm going to change to the best of my ability to people how they look at funding and how they look at credit. That's why I bring this stuff. That's why I bring Marvin to you on Wednesdays about mind science and changing your learning behaviors. Guys, what I'm talking to you now is about learning behaviors. Remember, you learned what a bank was. Now it's changing, right? This is learning behavior. Same thing I'm talking about, but I'm talking about finance now. So listen, guys, when you change the definition of what a bank is to you, and you understand that you are the bank, you just need to be thinking that way and leverage yourself out there that you are a catalyst when it comes to people making transactions. If you're in business, then you are. That's what you are, guys. Don't you understand that, guys? Listen, before Corona, man, I made tons of money. You know what I was doing? I was showing people what they understood about revenue funding. You know what revenue funding is? Basically, banks is like this. You got collateral, you got revenue, you got credit. Banks are not in the game of losing. Those three things, you're their best friend. So if you're showing me revenue, if you show me on the last 3 to 4 months that you're doing 80 grand and you push 80 grand through an account with deposits coming in on your business behalf, right? And you got a good credit score, I could get you 75% of that on a line of credit, guys. You kill what you eat, just like a credit card, but it's your cash, right? Because it's credit for them. So guys, you got to understand that whatever y'all pushing, you got to take it to that next level and realize you are the bank. What you're putting in there, debit cards, is lame. Everybody has them. But guess what? Credit cards is the ones that's going to co-sign for you to say how you managing your money. Because debit cards, God, ain't nothing but your money on a card. You get a little baby. I mean, anybody can get a debit card. Debit card is nothing. Credit card. Why? Because the way you manage that credit card, right? You're going to get points, right? You can get increases on that card. Have you ever got a debit card and they said, I tell you what, based on the debit card, how many overdrafts or whatever, we're going to lift the limit to your debit card to $10,000. Yeah, if you got $10,000 in the bank, your money. They ain't get. It's your money. Now they might say, now we're going to lift your daily balance, right? You see what I'm saying? They might say, well, you know, you can take this much more money out after 3 or 4 months. But it's your money. How you gonna tell me how much I can't put the money in your? You telling me how much money I can take out of the bank and it's my money? Guys, come on, man. Let's wake up, guys. Listen, everybody, listen, guys. I'm not trying to downplay nobody, but listen, people that's out there that's credit worthy, great. People that's not, get there. Get at least one credit card. Learn how to manage it. Learn how to keep it under 30% credit debt ratio. Learn how to pay it on time, right? Showing how to pass that credibility on to your kids. Show your kids how they can be an 800 credit score component at the age of 18, and they can go out and get $150,000 and blow a business wide open. Okay? Show them that, right? Show them that they can also be, you're giving them money to go get Jordans, you're giving them money. Why can't they be employees? Why can't they be tax write-offs? Right? At an early age, guys. Let's open up and you become the bank and start giving that definition to that big old place sitting on the corner. It's doing the same thing as what you could be doing if you really do your research and understand. Funding credit, guys, we're trying to teach and educate people. Yes, 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 we do get people loans. Yes, we should know how to build businesses. Yes, we do know how to build your credit. We know how to screen credit. We know how to read credit. We know how to make your credit score go up 100 points in 10, 15 days. I got them, you know? So definitely hit us up, guys, if you need that to get yourself going. Go into 2021 with a beckoning call. Look, I'm going in. Ain't nobody trying to hit you over the head, guys. If anything, I'll try to work with anybody that I can. But at the end of the day, for me and my intellectual property, you got to pay me because I can't get this stuff up for free. They ain't gonna give it up for free. And when you get what you got, you ain't gonna give it up for free. And we don't want that type of energy anyway. I don't want nothing for free. You shouldn't either. Information is power. And the only way you can get power is through people. And sometimes you got to pay for it. Right? To get you out of a bind, ain't you got to pay a lawyer? To get you out of an economic position or downfall or get you to the next level, that's right. You're going to have to pay for it. That's just the way it goes, guys. Ain't no more free rides out here. That's done. And if it is free, guys, if it's nothing being reported for my behalf, I don't want it. I want everything documented on me. If I gave you $5 or $10, I want it documented. That's the way we need to quit hiding or trying to put the money in it. Data, fintech, okay? Financial industry, guys. That's the new company. That's what this thing is going to. Look at these new companies and look at what they're going to. The touch points for these new companies now is to make themselves a new age banking system. Things have changed, guys. And you guys got to understand, I'm not trying to put people in the worration, but if you know where you're going, this is good information for you. They said the country, the country that's in Africa called Kenya, they're using this called M-Peso. It's like 90% of the people in Kenya now is using digital transactions. They're doing like online banking. So it's like 3% of the household have went out of poverty to come in to really being catalysts in the banking industry. So there's companies and software sitting themselves in certain countries and learning how to really maneuver and be a catalyst of how people buy and sell. So At the end of the day, guys, this is Marvin, Funding CEO. I love talking to you. I love bringing this information to you. I study. Guys, I know there's a lot of people out there that's really understanding this new evolution of banking and understanding. But guys, I'm doing my part to educate you. I just want you to hear some basic words. Go do your own research. You ain't got to come to me. You go do your own stuff. But learn how this new world of banking and this new way of building your legacy and making sure that your kids have something that you worked hard for. But it ain't got to be about the sweat off your back no more. It's about the way you're thinking, so you can put them in the new age of thinking, and so now they can be multimillionaires. Y'all go millionaires ain't what it used to be, right? What they say about commercial real estate. If you got 20% of it, they'll give it to you, right? So a lot of people calling themselves millionaires, they ain't got but 20% of what $1 million is. Because they know if you got 20% of $1 million, you can get the million. The banks will give it to you. All they ask for is 20% collateral. Yeah, I guess a lot of people didn't know that, right? So it's really not that far from you guys. Look at yourself from a different perspective, okay? All right. So we talking about fintech tonight. We talking about different applications. We talking about how Uber's being able to start giving out loans and being able to do banking transactions and how they realized that there was so many people that wanted to come on Uber, they had to wind up becoming a bank. They didn't want to get into banking. They didn't, but they had to, because they was wanting to hire people. The only way they could hire people is because the people didn't even have a bank account, guys. So they had to develop a banking system, almost a criteria banking, so people could get a banking account through them. But guess what? After that, you ain't got to show people one time. That's it, right? You see what I'm saying? So listen, man, those people that's out here in the malls, these people out here that's in this new era of doing the way they do business, take it up a next level. Take it up to the next level, guys. This is fun. This is funding credit. And this is the thing I want to tell you guys too. I'm telling you at the same time, I'm gonna give you some preventative maintenance. People out here that got good credit, you're building credit, you knowing what you're doing, you're paying all your stuff on time. I'm gonna tell y'all something, guys. Go out here and lock your credit down. Secure your credit. What I mean by securing your credit is put a lock on your credit. Suppress your credit. You know what I mean by that? So, you know how you go out here, guys? We've all did it. You go out here, you miss a payment. You go out here and you forget to do something. But guess what? The only way they can report it is you let them report it. What you mean, Marv? What you mean? What you mean? Okay. Sometimes we have to suppress people's credit before we clean their credit. Suppression means that I can call people that's outside of the 3 credit bureaus, and I can get people to suppress their credit, meaning that nobody can report on their credits. Nobody can report on their social security number. Nobody can put nothing on their credit at all until they come to you. So y'all missing the ball, guys. So you guys come to me and say, oh, Marvin, can you clean it? If I know this, then what am I telling you? You're in control. But if you don't know how to do it, pay somebody to do it. And what I'm trying to tell you guys, listen, if you got good credit, keep it. And don't go on human error, because we might mess up. Your kids might get a hold of it, whatever. Lock it down. We do it all the time over here, guys. That's how you can keep your credit up to a par. And then guess what? Even if something does happen, guys, you can negotiate and you can take care of that stuff before it even gets on your credit, because it's never going to be there, because they got to come to you first. And they got to get you have to confirm for somebody to put that on your credit, guys. I tested it one time. So you got to understand and know you have more control than what you think you do when it comes to your decision making on what people putting on your profiles. But you got guys out here, oh man, they making thousands of $2,000, $3,000 off of this stuff. I'm giving you this stuff up for free. Oh, Marvin, I'm not trying to sit up here and act like I'm the wizard, but I know a thing or two. Okay, so what I'm trying to get you guys to go, guys, listen, I put a lot of money right now on some people right now that's actually experts when it comes to this stuff. So if I'm not talking all this jargon and all this data stuff and I ain't going there, oh, I'm ready for you. Funding credit, funding-credit. Hit me up. This is Funding CEO, Meta Marvin, man. It's wet outside. I got to get off here. I want to go and, and get me some seafood or something, man, and sit back and talk about what I'm going to do for this next coming week. I got some excellent things that's coming out, guys. Check me out. Subscribe to the channel, man. I'm putting this information. Guys, listen, people that's in the Carolinas, y'all guys in the banking capital, man. Here, San Francisco, New York, you better wake up. Donald Trump in the city today here in Charlotte. Things is changing, guys. Wake up. What you're seeking is seeking you. Funding credit is here. Let us clean your credit. You need trades. Everything in my business is insured, guys. If something don't happen, it's insured. We got you taken care of. There is no losses. We got banks on over here ready to get you some funding. Bring us some good credit scores. If you don't have it, let us make you fundable. Let us get you cleaned up. Let's just get you in the LLC. Let's get you groomed for this next level of banking, guys. This is Meta Marvin, Funding CEO, Funding Credit, 980-892-1823, 980-892-1823, Funding-Credit, Instagram, Funding Credit. Hit us up, guys. Be talking to you soon. Have a safe weekend. Peace.